music. We know about Nick Speed, yeah, send some stuff. So I sent that first CD, and Lloyd Banks immediately made Stranger off of the Rotten Apple album.
Wow.
Whatever. That was the first song, and then, you know, they came to Detroit and had me come out, hang out with them. You know what I mean? Just come up with ideas, dropping beats off, you know, whatever, hanging at the parties, VIP section. So that's how I ended up meeting them and all their concerts, and we'd be all. So I go to New York and just chilling with them at the office or at their parties or whatever. So just dropping music off. So G Unit is definitely like the fam, and that's what really took me to the next level. You know what I mean? As far as a major label release, like my first major label release was 50 Cent. Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack.
Wow.
So my name is Ty, so Get Rich or Die Trying. I don't know, like the legacy of that, you know. So that's good.
Dude, that's wow. I mean,
it went platinum in almost like a week, like maybe 2 weeks.
Wow.
So like I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, I can't believe it. Like I knew it was I was working with a platinum artist, but that doesn't mean you're gonna go platinum with him.
Right, but you did. But you did with the
beat. So yeah, so that worked out. Hey, I was just privileged that he even got on the track, let alone put it out. He could have just mixtaped it. You know what I mean? So I'm just glad that it came out. Couldn't ask for a better way to come in the game, and I just hit the ground running. Like, man, I'm not gonna stop. I'm just keep going, and just I mean, shoot, man. You gotta keep dropping. It's gonna get bigger every time.
Amen. Now, like besides 50 Cent and the whole G Unit crew, like what other like artists have you been working with so far?
I worked with Snoop Dogg. I worked with Pusha T, Lloyd Banks, 50 Cent. I've done all type of music. Bishop Lamont, K. John, Seven the General, Stretch Money. Street Lord One. Done remixes with, you know, Eminem and Tupac. And who else, man? I was supposed to be working with Bush Cassidy in the next couple of days. So.
Word, shout out to my man Bush Cassidy. Word.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. A lot of people just, you know, I just go off of requests. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I probably got like a whole gang of songs. So, you know what I mean? Jay Latham, like a lot of new artists, man.
Yeah, but there's one I gotta show y'all. It's one particular album that I bought, and I got the CD, Hot Soup. Man, Denny Brown, man, produced by your boy Nabito Speedo. Man, explain this, like, man, this title, Hot Soup, dude. I mean, like, how did y'all come up with that title, you know, of that album?
When you're sick of what's going on, you know, when you're sick, what do? You eat hot soup. So it's like, sick of what's going on in the industry, you about to change it. Like, but really, like, the title Hot Soup came from, that was Danny Brown's original first album. Like when he was like working with Cheddar Boys and all that, you know what I'm saying? He went to high school with a couple dudes or whatever. And he had somebody with the bankroll that ended up, okay, Cheddar Boys the hottest thing out there, let's go over there and get some beats. So that's basically, he made an album for Hot Soup, and then people in the hood always said that was like his hardest CD. Like, you know, whatever he did, they would still be like, man, it ain't harder than that Hot Soup though. So he just basically came back to the Hot Soup, like, okay, I'm about to outdo Hot Soup with Hot Soup. You know what I mean? So that was basically the idea and where the actual name came from. But it's more or less like Hot Soup is, you know, that's just the blend, like it's the mixture, it's the, you know, it's the gumbo pot of like. All the Detroit sounds, all the sounds that we're responsible for in Detroit, like from Detroit Rock, from MC Breeze style to Jay Dilla the Blade to Parliament to Juan Atkins, you know, all of those was the inspirations for, like, you know, Motown, like all of those things were inspirations for, you know, what that album was. But each one was more like an example of all the different music from Detroit. So.
Word. Cause man, I could not stop, man, listen to that album, dude. That album.
It's a definitely special moment in time for sure, man. You know what I mean? It's you know.
Now, if so people wanna you know, check out, you know, that album and everything, you know, either buy it, you know, either, you know, on the internet, you know, what site would they have to go to in order to receive that?
I would say fatbeats.com. Check out Fat Beats.
Okay.
It's on there. It's available. Or, you know, nickspeed.com. Send me a message.
What?
Send me a message. You know what I'm saying? I'll make it happen for you.
Yes. Now, if there was any other like artists that you know you actually wanted to work with, who would that artist be and why?
Man, I want to work with a lot of artists, man. I mean,
well, who would be your main one that you always wanted to work with?
Wow.
Good question, right?
Dr. Dre or Stevie Wonder, you know, or George Clinton, or I don't know. Always wanted to work with. I mean, this is like a testament of time. Like people like Andre 3, like, you know, there's a lot of people I would love to work with. I would love to work with the new unknown people.
Right.
That's gonna be the next greats. You know what I'm saying? I want to work with them early. I want to work with them, you know, and become part of that story. You know what I mean? They become part of my story. Like, you know, I just want to work with the newest artists. That's gonna be great.
Word. As a matter of fact, you also had another album that also came out called Nicholas the Beatdown.
Yeah.
Now, explain that project that you have, you know, just created.
Well, that's done with Moody, man. You know, for most of y'all know, through Mahogany Music. So I'm label mates with Andres. You know, She Feed Me Fly, aka Edward Electro. Who else? Piranha Heads come out with stuff over there. Malik Austin, like. You know, Moody Man himself is just an awesome, great, you know what I mean? He's released Dilla music through that, so it's like one of the most prominent electronic labels, I guess, if you want to say that, you know, from Detroit. Definitely one of the most prominent independent labels, like I say that for sure, like worldwide. You know, I didn't know what it was going to do. He said he wanted to put out the record. He said he liked it. He said his son was a fan of my music and Danny Brown's music, so
wow.
So they want to, you know, put out a record with me. So, you know, shout out Lil Moody, that's my dog. You know,
yeah, and this is the album, the Nicholas Speed, the Beatdown.
Very, very rare. If you got one of those, yeah, hold on to that. Yeah, we might drop some more of them out, like when the next final come out or whatever. Because, I mean, you know, with Mahogany Music, a lot of times you just do like one pressing. So I like to, you want to make everybody cherish everything that you give them, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why we do it like that. Make it exclusive, very limited edition. You know, you don't want everybody with the same stuff you got. Only the cool people get this.
Word.
No, that's how you gotta do it though. Like, it's like a pair of Jordans, like, you know what I mean? You gotta be there that day, or
you can't cop them. All right.
You gotta know somebody or something, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but yeah, man, we got music all over the internet and everything too. So we do have minor-only releases, but we also have music that's online, on iTunes, SoundCloud, you know, all the different streaming websites too.
Word. Because matter of fact, about like I think it was like a few months ago, you was out in LA, man, working with Elzai, you know, on a new project.
Oh, man.
Yo, explain. Yeah, you gotta explain about that. Well, you know, are we gonna hear something really new from Elzai, you know, in the near future?
I wish I could play something for you.
I know, dog.
But it's great. It was great. You got some great stuff on there. Songs that we ended up doing together was great, man. So that's somebody who I've been working with since I started. So I mean, El is just incredible with the wordplay, man. I mean, what can I say? Like, I seen him on top 10 list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel fortunate and privileged to have worked with this guy. Even from the beginning, I like knew that, you know, I was blessed to work with such a great talent. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, just look forward to it. El got what I call theatrical masterpieces.
Shout out to our boy, man, to our boy Elzai, man.
El New Material is called.
Yes. And last but not least, bruh, I remember it was at the Detroit Hip Hop Awards show, at the Shelter, and you basically gave us the exclusive, stating, quote, You had basically going to be starting, spinning on Shade 4-5.
Oh yeah.
How did that actually hook up, man? How did you get that? That was so epic.
Yeah, man. Well, shout out Paul Rosenberg, man. I mean, that's how that happened. We was all hanging out at backstage at Danny Brown's show. As you know, Danny Brown is now with Paul. You know what I mean? That's all family over there. So I'm hanging out. I didn't know Paul was gonna be there. He was like, "Oh, my man Nick Speed." He was like, "Yo, I'm a fan of your music." I said, "I'm a fan of yours." He said, "Look, take my contact, blah blah blah." And then my man Mikey Eckstein was standing right there. That's my homie, but you know, I didn't know him and Paul was bros like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess I did, but you know, to see them hanging out together, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So Paul had gave me the direct plug, but I was like, yo, Mikey, you know I'm real good. Maybe you should send these beats in to him. You know, he'll listen to you. And then me and Mikey ended up working it out where, you know, it became a management situation because he was like, well, you know, I could bring you right over to Shade 45, and you know, Paul likes what you're doing, and so it just worked out like that. And then I used to just be trying to get an interview. Like now they give me a whole hour to just go crazy and play what I want, and you know, say what I want, and whatever. That's what it's about. It's about that freedom. So incredible shout out to Shade 45, man. Eminem, Paul Rosenberg. You know what I'm saying? Good work that y'all doing, man. For real. And giving the opportunity to a guy like me to bring, you know, whatever I got to offer, you know what I'm saying, what I got to bring to the table, my ear, you know, what I feel like is hot and new and whatever that I feel like the world should hear, because it's getting broadcast throughout the world, so it's like being syndicated. And then I always get a great response from the people, like they always show so much love on the gram, Big Speed, ENT, on the Instagram and the Twitter and everything, like the SoundCloud, you know, it's definitely very effective because you're getting a lot of ears at the same time. So, yeah, man, you know, it's just like you got to keep it going, you know what I mean? So, shout out Shade 45 for like, you know, giving me that opportunity to, you know, put on for the D and, you know, for everybody who I know, I feel like it's great.
Amen, bro.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Yeah, and I just want to share this with everybody. You know, a lot of people, like I stated, you know, who really don't know me and how do I know these people. It is like, you know, Nick Speed's pops, you know, from BET, because, you know, my god auntie, you know, shout out to Montez Miller, you know, worked with your father,
oh, okay.
You know. Also, you know, I worked at, you know, Black Entertainment Television from Teen Summit, Planet Groove, and Rap City, and, yo, just doing my thing and trying to basically grow from it, you know. August 5th, man, be my 18th year, you know, in the United States Navy, and now, you know, I'm trying to get back in this field, you know, to be blessed with knowing, like, good men, good people with creativity is a blessing, you know. It's like my whole family and friends, and even, like, you know, people used to tell me, you know, you always got to humble yourself to basically achieve greatness, always. You know, and that's one thing I can always say, you know, especially, again, I'm going to keep saying it. Shout out to my man, Jerobi White, you know, a.k.a. Master Chef Jerobi, man, for giving me this, yes, you know, from, you know, basically allowing me to interview him. You know, only thing we're waiting on right now is the editing process. So, yo, Jerobi, it's coming out, you know, however, you know, we still have a few crinkles that needs to be ironed out because, you know, people was basically talking over the mic. So, like, they can hear us, but, you know, it's like everybody's talking and talking.
Down, man. You gotta take that audio and get it mixed down.
Yeah, so, you know.
That's how we do it. You gotta mix and master everything. You know?
Yes,
Mix and master ready to go.
Right. And, you know, especially, you know, shout out to my man Boogie Blind, you know. It was so funny because, like, me and Boogie Blind go, like, way back, like, over 20 years ago. You know, because I used to live in Brooklyn. And it's like, wow, you know, I used to see him, like, all of the clubs spinning with the Executioners. Rest in peace, you know, to our man, Rock Radar, you know, good brother. And I remember seeing him again down in, basically in Miami, you know, at this, like, DJ battle and DJ conference and everything. It was like, man, we got my man T Islam, you know, Zulu Nation was there, you know, Jazzy J, DJ Red Alert, you know, my people was Teddy Ted, Special K. Shout outs to them, you know, also to Entertainment, you know, who else? Woo Kid, Man, gosh, Woo Kid, man. Yo, shout out to my man Woo Kid. Then you had the Executioners, you know, and shout out to my man Jazzy Jeff. You know, it was just like so many legends down there. And seeing Boogie, you know, we basically hooked up and at that time, family, this is gonna be funny. I was promoting Armadale, dog. What? Yes, I was down in Miami. Basically, I had to plug in with Armadale.
Hey, you man with the Armadale.
Hey, dude, I had like 10 fucking cases, dog.
Yeah, you had the bottles on deck.
Yes, I mean, I'm hitting every bar. Like, yo, this is free. You know, just try it out. Yeah, they did. And guess what? I was selling them, man. Down in Miami, dude, it was crazy. You know, I made a little bit of money, but at the same time, I was still in the Navy. You know, stationed down there.
You like 10 cases of Armadale.
Yes, son. Yo, it was beautiful. But at the same time, you know, it's like I was so blessed basically hooking up with some of these people because a lot of people remember me from Rap City, Teen Summit, and Planet Groove. And it's like, yo, yeah, I remember you. Yeah, you used to dance. Yeah, you used to dance with this. You used to dance with that. Yeah, matter of fact, I remember seeing you on DC Live. You know, dancing with Genuine and, you know, and Malik and all of them and Missy. I'm like, yeah, you know, and Cats is like, wow, you know. But at the same time, man, you know, I'm looking at myself, you know, about